It's not looking good, Brev. Now, welcome back to Football Yannick, the football YouTube channel here, where fortunately, for me, I do not have to talk about Chelsea Football Club, because they are slowly killing me from the inside. But enough about that. Let's, from my perspective, go from that miserable thing to something even worse, talking about Arsenal becoming this team that's going to win the Premier League. I'm here, cozy, got my cat asleep on the chair. The Christmas tree, for those who celebrate, is up. And that's about as much cheer as you're going to get from this video. Unless you're an Arsenal fan, of course. So yes, the unsinkable Arsenal Football Club. It is looking ominous for all those who are of not a red North London inclination. They did the business, a professional job last night at home against what has been a pretty decent Brentford team. Surprisingly good, all things considering this season. They won. Brighton had a bit of a ding-dong, but Villa won away. I mean, are Villa in the title race? Almost certainly not, but they're playing very well, you know. Crystal Palace won. And of course, Chelsea lost to Leeds. They were in the relegation zone until Charity FC walks on. And Liverpool drawing at home to Sunderland. It was supposed to be a Florian Wirtz first goal for Liverpool, but then it was given to Nordi Mukiele as an own goal. So that, poor lad can't catch a break. And the table makes for grim viewing, I must say. Liverpool are 11 points off top. It feels like it should be more, actually. Although if Man United win tonight, they will push Liverpool down into the depths of 9th, which is funny. Crystal Palace on 23 points. Chelsea are on 24 points. Villa are on 27, 3 points clear. So Villa are 6 points behind leaders Arsenal, and of course Man City are 5. Who's going to stop Arsenal from winning the league? Because as sure as heck isn't obviously Tottenham and Man United, the banter bros of the Europa League final. It's sure as heck not reigning champions Liverpool Football Club, because it's not. They are not good, and they will not win the Premier League. Yeah, I'm going to stick my neck out there and risk it all. Other notable good teams that play in the Premier League, Newcastle United, nope. Villa are 6 points off top, but there's just, for me, they ain't got a snowball's chance in hell of winning the Premier League. So it's literally all on Man City, and I reacted to that Man City win away at Craven Cottage, that 9-goal thriller ding-dong. The fact, I called it like a fraudulent defensive display, which of course it was. The fact how Man City are capable of doing that against Fulham. A Fulham that was scoring 1 goal a game. 1 goal a game they were averaging Fulham, and they quadrupled that because it was fragile little Man City. Yeah, deep that. That is not the team to stop Arsenal. Arsenal, they're the only serious establishment at the moment. They are the only proper elite team in the Premier League. Now, Man City might still have good players and put in a good performance. Chelsea might still get up for the big games. The young, inexperienced Chelsea, they might still, beat a Barcelona, draw with Arsenal with only 10 men and actually outshoot them and have less fouls, which is probably, Chelsea got the better of that game despite being a man down. Of course, Arsenal won't care, they'll be happy with the point. And Chelsea will probably be happy with the point as well. But, they can get up for big games. There's just nothing to stop. There's literally nothing to stop Arsenal. They're without both their first choice centre-backs, and they're just getting it done. And it's a sickener. It's a sickener, and it's due. I don't know if they'll win the Champions League, but they're just definitely going to win the Premier League. even though Man City got the win and, you know, kept the difference 5 points, there's just not, it's just what I'm seeing in front of my eyes, you know. Man City players come, even if Rodri comes back and Kovacic and makes him a little bit better, that back line and that goalkeeper is on fraud watch. I'm sorry. Donnarumma makes good saves, but he's bad at passing. He can't command his box. He's got the second, get this, he's got the second lowest save percentage in the league this season. I mean, obviously that's probably to do with the kind of shots coming in, and if there's like a high value shot, that means it's your defence that's let you down. So it might skew the save percentage stats a little bit because he's facing loads of high value shots rather than perhaps, you know, easier to save shots like other goalkeepers. That's me being very kind to Gianluigi Donnarumma. But Arsenal, man, they've got a good goalkeeper. They've got a plethora of good defenders that they can rotate in and out. They have a good, solid midfield base. Declan Rice, Zubimendi. I mean, Norgard, isn't he really good? Has he been used yet? I mean, he is good. He was Brentford's captain. He's only like, he's 30 or 31. I suppose he's the Jorginho sort of party replacement. But, yeah, man, and obviously you've got players like Calafiori that can sort of invert into midfield and occupy central defensive spaces. I don't know if Euron Timber does that much, but he might do. And then now they've got this sort of rotational depth of, like, you know, it's not just Martinelli on the left. You can play Eze on the left. You can play Noni Madueke on the left. You know, Trossard being injured, they can deal with. Kai Havertz being injured, they can deal with because they've got Gyökeres now. Just Eze being able to rotate in and out with Ødegaard. It's just... And again, obviously, Noni Madueke is a really good backup to Saka on the right as well, which they hadn't had. Like, Saka's gone, your right flank was dead. They're just going to win the league. There's just no way. I can't see anything else happening. It's obviously not going to be Chelsea, who are 9 points behind. And, you know, who is surprised that Chelsea can chuck one in away against Leeds? And I don't think anyone's going to be surprised. They're going to be like, well, yeah, it's a young, silly team. They haven't sorted out their stuff yet. This is what they do. It's silly. So no one's really surprised about that. It is surprising how Man City have suddenly become this sort of brothel where everyone can score. They'll score goals. Haaland will score goals. It's good that Phil Foden's found a bit of form. But I just can't see anyone stopping Arsenal. Because injuries, they're not going to become bad because they haven't been bad for years. Mikel Arteta took over. He was poor for a couple of years, but he clearly had a vision. Like, he was the favourite to be sacked for like 18 months, consecutive 8th place finishes, couldn't get past the semi. Of course, he did win that FA Cup final. Again, I'm going to praise Arteta massively. I think he's built an amazing team. But that FA Cup win was with Unai Emery's players, and he got very fortunate in the final where Anthony Taylor sent off Kovacic for being fouled. That will go to my grave. I mean, they can have it. I'm not saying we do. I mean, you know, and of course our goal scorer Pulisic came off injured, so they sort of got the rub of the green. But the whole dismissal, and I'm not taking away the FA Cup from Arteta. He won it, but it wasn't necessarily built in his image. I think every Arsenal fan will tell you that and admit that. But he's built what he has, and then he obviously went for a long, turbulent period. He was the favourite for the sack race for such a long time. You had all the Arsenal content creators saying he's got to go. And for a long, long time. But to the credit of the Cronkies and whoever, you know, looks after the hierarchy there, they kept their powder dry and he's become consistently serious. For the last 3 years, this Arsenal team, maybe injuries, maybe like a bit of an emotional stuff in recent years, they'd draw the odd game, which would stitch them up against an absolutely irresistible Liverpool or Man City, right? Two things. Firstly, they're not overly emotional now and they've got the rotation, and there's no irresistible Liverpool or Man City. It's a free run. It's a free run to the title. And they're going to win it now with the bookmakers now. So we just have a look. Let's just have a look. Well, I'm sitting on my sofa, I'm casually chatting to you. Premier League winners odds. Yeah? Let's have a little gander. A goosey gander, mate. Yep, 4-9 is Arsenal. So basically, you put on a quid, you get your quid back in like 50 pence or whatever. Man City are over 3-1. And then the third favourites, joint third favourites, are Chelsea and Liverpool at 33-1. There's no stopping them. Aston Villa at 80-1, which is pretty harsh. Yeah, there's no stopping Arsenal. It's such a weird season. Like, look at these teams. So weird. The table's so weird. Chelsea, right, with 3 points off 10th. What is happening? I mean, the story for me is Sunderland. Sunderland are the story. They are the story. As a Chelsea fan, I'm having to slowly, emotionally accept. I want to try and, start my therapy now. So by the time Arsenal lift the trophy, I've emotionally accepted it. But they are due. It's been over 2 decades since they've won the title. While we're sticking the boot in, they have absolutely zero European pedigree, so they can't be taken seriously. But in terms of domestic dominance, they could win the treble this season. Sickener. Anyway, they do deserve an immense amount of credit. They're the only serious team in the league. And everyone else is going to vomit and regurgitate for the following months. Well, I don't feel any better for making this video. So, thanks for joining me. I will try and upload every day, because I do enjoy speaking on this channel. So, consider subscribing and liking, because that's supportive, and then we can slowly get to 20k. I realised I was uploading like every day, and then I was going up in subscribers, and I stopped for a little bit, and people unsubscribed. Because if you stop for a little bit and upload, they're like, oh yeah, I'm subscribed to this, I don't want to be. Not because perhaps you just like me, but you're just like, I just don't fancy this at the moment. So people unsubscribe, so it's dipped down a bit. I'm so close to 20k, I'm like 200 odd or something. So if you think you might dig it, I'll be grateful. Alright mate, see you soon, peace.